Mic check 1 2 1 2. You are now in the building with Coach K. And this is the Hustlers Journal podcast, live on YouTube.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in the building with your boy Coach K. And it's the Hustlers Journal. I'm speaking from a heavy heart right now because I just got word that a legendary athlete, basketball star, father, media mogul, Oscar award winner, multiple championship award winner, the guy that had such focus and drive when it came to his preparation for the game, when it came to the execution of his game, and even how he recovered, passed away today. Unfortunately, due to a helicopter crash that happened in California. You don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the legendary Kobe Bryant, sorry. Age 41, young aged. I'm just lost for words at the moment. When I heard about the news, I was at a meeting. My sister called me. I had to ignore the call because I was busy. But got several text messages saying he passed away. And I didn't even know. I thought this must be a joke, it must have been. It's one of those things you think this is a prank, it's not real, but you Google, and the top of Google list, you see his name, and you read all the stories and news articles that come from that story. Just a sad time. And then 5 minutes ago, I learned that in the helicopter crash, there was 5 people on board. All 5 people passed away. One of the people on board, along with him, was his eldest daughter. Very, very sad. Again, I'm speaking with a heavy heart, so if I don't sound as enthusiastic as I normally do, you understand why. I never know the guy, but I had the privilege of watching him perform on a stage known as the National Basketball Association for over 20 years. He became one of my favorite players, second to Michael Jordan. His talent, his drive, his skill, his practice method, his preparation methods, the way that he was in tune with the game, his basketball IQ was phenomenal. They probably rank him on the top 5 players in the NBA of all time. The proverbial Mount Rushmore, for sure they'll say he's on there. I could say he's on there as well. He broke records, he set trends, he did a lot of things, and no one could ever say that he was not a good athlete. People will say what they want to say about him in comparison to others. But young men coming up into sports, especially into basketball, mimic their game and their style after a guy like him because of how hard he worked. He took what he did very seriously, and I appreciated watching him for so many years. He retired 3 years ago, and he went out with a bang. He scored, I think, 60 points or 65 points in his last game because he was feeling it. And that's just the mentality that he had. That's just the drive he had. He came into the league after high school. Well, he left high school and came straight to NBA because he had a chance to play against Michael Jordan. He wanted to play against the best. He wasn't afraid to go up against heavy competition. He just did what he had to do day in, day out, and he worked until he realized that he just wasn't in it anymore, and he stepped away from the game. Unfortunately, he passed away today. Prayers go up to his family, his friends, close associates, for his daughter as well. Just a sad story to hear. And I bring this up to start the first 5 minutes of this episode because we have a difficult time speaking about how we feel. We have a difficult time expressing what it is that's on our mind. We have a difficult time dealing with the topic of mental health. And I know you might be thinking, well, how does this tie into mental health? Where's the connection? Where's the correlation? Did he have mental health issues? And that's not what I'm getting at. The point that I'm getting at in delivering this is helping people understand that your life goes for so long. You have a window that you gotta play with. And every day, you gotta be thankful and grateful to the Creator above. Whether you believe in God or not, however you believe you came about, just be grateful and be thankful to a power out there that allows you the opportunity to wake up, make the choice to live a better life. Whether it be to think positive thoughts, to make positive moves, to surround yourself with positive people, to encourage, empower, embrace challenges, overcome them, embrace obstacles, overcome them, see opportunities that come from just developing into a better person, a better, stronger minded person. We have every opportunity every day to do that. And we got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of our health. We got to take care of our physical bodies. We got to take care of our minds as well. Mental health is a very, very big topic. It's a taboo topic still to this day because a lot of people don't want to discuss it, especially among men. They're not really privy to want to talk about these type of things because it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel inferior. It makes them feel lesser of a man, but that's not true. Anybody out there that can speak on what it is that's on their mind, how they feel, it makes them that much stronger of a person. Again, you're probably wondering, how does this tragedy that happened today tie into what I'm talking about? Again, going back to the reference of our life. Our life, as long as we feel like days are, 24 hours seems like a long span of time. Our life runs out in a short period of time. People's lifespans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter because of stress, because of anxiety, because of worry, because of depression, whether it be PTSD, whether it be postpartum depression. All these scenarios that people are experiencing right now, more than ever, are affecting us on a greater scale. And we often wonder, well, where can we seek help? Well, I'll be the first person to say, I seek help from the people around me, my family members, my friends. I seek help from professionals that I've had conversations with, and I'm opening that door again to see somebody about this, because the things that cause me a little bit of anxiety, I want to know how I can work with that as best as I can and be clear in how I feel and my thoughts, not be judged by it. And I know for a fact that whatever I say, whatever I express, no one's going to judge me on it. I also look to God. I'm a very spiritual person. I pray. I read the Bible daily. I'm encouraged by people, like-minded people like myself, who also read the Bible daily or on a regular basis. They pray. We maintain our spirituality by regular association, because that's what helps you to grow, especially through difficult times and situations like this. Now, I'm not going to get into detail in depth about, even though the fact that a tragedy like this has happened and happens all around the world, each and every day people die. We lose a brother, a sister, a grandmother, a grandparent, a parent. We lose a teacher, we lose a friend, we lose an instructor, we lose a person, our neighbor. These type of things, they happen on a daily basis. But it's scenarios like this that often come up that remind us that life is short, time is of the essence, and we want to use that time to the best of our ability. I'm using my time right now to offer some encouragement to people and to share and express these feelings out here, because people need to know that they're not alone. Mental health is a serious deal, but it can be solved. It can be conquered. And it may not be solved forever, but it can be solved that very moment, those next couple of hours, that very day, and the next day comes and we got a new battle. We got a new battle on the front. More challenges will come, but also with those challenges, changes can come if you allow them to be here. If you allow changes to be present in your life, then good things can come from that. But again, it comes down to choosing. You got to choose whether you're going to keep it moving or you're going to stay in the same place. Mental health issues have a tendency to do that to people. They paralyze you. They make you feel inadequate. They make you feel small. I know what it's like to feel that way. I've had anxiety for a number of years. I remember having insomnia, not being able to sleep. I remember being in my thoughts and not trying to figure out and wonder, why does I feel this way? Why are these thoughts surrounding me so much? Why is it I'm thinking in such a negative tone? And I had to make changes in my life. And even still to this day, regardless of the fact that I made changes, positive changes for the better, and my focus is on helping other people to do the same thing, I still have anxiety. I still have challenges and obstacles within myself. I still sometimes feel inadequate. I still sometimes feel small. And I'm not afraid to speak about it anymore. Because life is that short. Because if I don't take the time to speak about it now and offer some encouragement and some empowerment to people who need it, their life might end. And I'm not trying to make things sound morbid or be disrespectful to anybody, nothing like that. But we need to understand something. Suicide is real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. All these things that are happening to people on a greater scale is real. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have all the money in the world. Doesn't mean that you're the healthiest person mentally or physically. You can have all the friends that you have in the world. You can have all the Facebook followers, all the Instagram followers. You can be an influencer. You can be traveling the world doing this and that. All these things that you think make you happy that are supposed to replace or fill the void of happiness that you're missing in your life. When a lot of the times it comes down to you not letting go of things in the past, you not being able to speak about how life is in the present for you in order to let go of these things so that you can move ahead to the future. Conversations need to be had. Discussions need to be had. People need to be able to open up and discuss freely how they feel. Because the more our population grows, the more it grows in the direction of people being sick, depressed, stressed, anxious, you name it, the more of a problem we're gonna have. And being a spiritual person, it's been understood, I know from reading the Bible, that times we're living in, these are the last days. The times we're living in right now, critical times, hard to deal with, and it's true. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1, in case you ever get a chance to read it. Critical times hard to deal with right now because a lot of people are going through some critical situations. Some instances are happening at a snap, and some things are happening progressively. But it's up to us to decide, are we gonna choose to allow it to affect us on a greater scale without getting any help? Or are we willing to put our pride aside, speak to somebody and say, hey, you know what, listen, I got some things going on in my life. I'm stuck with some challenges. Can you help? Can you be a listening ear to me? Can you direct me in the right way to go so that I can find that kind of help? We all need to be advocates of this. It's very important. And even if you don't know anyone personally who has outright told you, I have mental health issues, I have anxiety, I have depression, I have postpartum depression, I have PTSD. Even if you think you've never met someone who has these things, chances are you have met someone. It's just that maybe the conversations that you've had with them haven't led to that topic, or maybe it hasn't led to that topic yet. And maybe now, as people are becoming more comfortable in speaking about how they feel, the things that are affecting them, now they're able to speak on these things to a greater degree. And I'm a huge advocate of mental health. I've been so for a number of years. And that leads me to this Wednesday. This Wednesday, January 29th, here in Canada, Bell Let's Talk Day. Mental health awareness is a huge thing here in Canada. There are stats that I'm going to be dropping for you guys in my live podcast that's actually going to be happening on Wednesday. It starts first with a bootcamp class from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. live at the Fitness Loft, 2001 Boulevard des Sources in Pointe Claire in Montreal. If you're in the Montreal area, please come check it out. Limited space will be available, but at the end of the day, if you're here to participate, you're here to be part of something great, there's always room for you. And then at from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m., there's going to be a live discussion. It's going to be a live podcast that I'm going to be recording. It's going to be uploaded as soon as the event is over. That's going to be discussing mental health, the awareness of it, the stigma surrounding it, opening up the floor to conversations to be had so people can speak their mind. If they have anything that they'd like to share or they want to address, the floor is going to be theirs to do so, because I don't want it to be just me talking. Because me speaking on things, I only have limited experience. I have only my experience. But I'd love to hear from other people and have them share their experiences too as to how they've dealt with things, how they're dealing with things now, how they've helped other people that they've known who have been in that situation, to be able to help them. Because again, going back to my original point, life is short. The opportunities that we have before us are today, are here. We should never wait until we hear of somebody passing away to now decide, you know what, I'm gonna step my game up, I'm gonna start doing something. We should have been doing something from before. And even if it means you do something for 15 minutes a day and you think you're getting nowhere, 15 minutes of activity, 20 minutes of activity, and actually doing something, working towards a goal of yours, working towards something that you need to work on, whether it be working on your breathing technique, whether it be working on your push-up technique, whether it be working on a writing project, whether it be working on a computer project. You want to design something, you want to create something, you want to build something, you want to have a conversation with somebody. Whatever it is you want to work at it. 15, 20 minutes a day. Build and keep building, because the time we have available to us is short. You know, I like to say that I'm living a very happy life because I'm way happier than I was before. In the past, I had some rough moments. There were times where I wasn't confident in myself. And even though I have a lot of friends, a lot of great friends, a lot of solid friends I can call, my family, my brothers, my sisters, I can call them people in my life that have been impactful to my growth, my progression, my development in the past, and now even today going forward. I had rough moments. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I had those dark moments, those really dark thought moments where you're just sitting there and you're thinking the worst. You're thinking things like, man, would life be better if I just wasn't here? Why am I even around? You know what I'm saying? And that stuff is scary. Those thoughts are scary. When those thoughts enter into your mind, that is scary stuff. Granted, it only happened to me for a period of time. I can't even give you the duration of time that it happened, but a period of time. And there are people who are suffering from this on a daily basis and have been for years. And they want to shake it. They want to do something about it. But they may not want to take medication to be able to solve it. They may not want to have to speak to somebody to solve it. But it's necessary, at least, to have a conversation, to talk to somebody to say, hey, listen, I'm hurting, I'm affected. What do I need to do to change this? Because if a person really wants to change, they will seek to help out. If a person really wants to change their health, for example, they'll seek me out as a trainer. They'll seek out other trainers. They'll look up ideas as to how they can do things, how to get active, how to get moving, because they want to make changes. They want to grow. They want to change where they are. So if where you are right now, you feel good about it, you say, you know what, I'm in a good spot, Coach K, I'm good. Thank you for your information. Thank you for your encouragement, but I'm straight. Cool. More power to you. But do me a favor at least. The people that are around you that need it, or you may not know that they need it, send them a message. Give them a call. Send them a text. Check to make sure that your circle is straight. Okay, and I know that sounds a bit of an oxymoron, but get it. Check to make sure that the people in your circle, the people that surround you, that you call your family, your friends, text them and tell them you love them. Give them a call and let them know how much you feel about them, how much you appreciate them. Make sure that they're okay. Don't spend all the time on the phone you talking. Let them speak. Allow them the floor to open up and to speak about what it is that might be affecting them. When they call you and they text you and they need a safe space to speak, allow them to speak. Don't say, oh, I'm too busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and all you're doing is spending time scrolling on your phone looking at other people's posts. Or you're doing things that you can put aside for a moment in order to grant that person time because they need healing or they need help. We all have the opportunity to do that for our friends, for our family, for even strangers, people that we don't even know. I'm putting this podcast out here, I'm putting this message out here for people to listen to, and I don't know who listens to it. I hope a lot of people get a chance to hear the interviews that I drop or information like this that I drop and other conversations that we have that are supposed to be enlightening, empowering, encouraging, supposed to be inspiring, motivating you to move, to do something, to take charge of your life. I'm hoping that that would be the case when you listen to this, or you listen to other podcast episodes that I've had, or even other podcasts that you listen to altogether. That you take that energy and that information that you gather from that and you make moves with it. I look at how Kobe Bryant worked and I say, you know what? If he was able to do it, what's the difference between him and me? other than the fact that he's taller and he lives in Los Angeles and he's a father, or he was a father. There's no difference. We're all human beings. We all bleed the same blood. We all have the same opportunities within the capacity and where we are. But if we can fulfill that capacity as best as we can with the opportunities that we have presented before us, instead of letting them pass us by or sitting down and wondering, when is this going to come to me? When is that opportunity that Coach K keeps talking about? When is it going to come? When is the door going to open? When's the opportunity going to knock? Thing is, the opportunities are knocking, but you're not listening. You're not paying close attention. You're not being aware of the fact that opportunities have been knocking for a long period of time. Take advantage of the opportunities that we have right now to have wholesome conversations, positive, upbuilding, encouraging conversations with people that's going to help people, that's going to shine a light on their day. It's going to make them feel better about themselves, even if it's just for 15 minutes. 15 minutes adds up to an hour, and add that hour up to another couple hours, and it becomes 5 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours. Now you're feeling good for a whole day, and now you can feel good for a couple days, for a week, for a month, for months. And before you know it, the adjustments that you needed to make have come into play. And now you feel different. Now you feel better. Now you feel inspired. You feel encouraged. You feel energized. You wake up every morning. You're grateful. You're thanking the Lord for another day. You're going, you know what? And all it took with me was 15 minutes some months ago, some years ago to make that happen. Now I'm going to apply that to other people. I'm going to do the same thing for my neighbor. I'm going to do the same thing for my friend, for my brother, for my sister, for my mother, for my father, for my aunt, for my uncle, for my classmate, for my workmate, for my clients, for my spouse, whoever it may be. We are all in a position to help each other out. Again, because life is short. If the opportunity is there to speak on it, speak on it. If the opportunity is there to be encouraging to someone, be encouraging to someone. Compliment people. People don't compliment each other these days because people take compliments as being either, if it's a guy that gives a compliment to a girl, maybe the girl thinks that the guy's hitting on her. Or maybe she thinks he's crazy because he's not seeing that I have this acne and I have cellulite and I have this and I have that going on. All the person's trying to do is just offer you a compliment because they want to make you feel better about your day. So when we have the opportunity to do that, even if that ends up being the response, we're doing our part. Do your part and be the change that you want to see in other people. Start with yourself. Look inside of you and ask yourself the question, do I treat myself well? Am I the Lamborghini that I need to be? And if I am, why am I feeding myself junk? Junk food, junk material up here. It's only going to feed into here. That's going to make me feel even worse. Do not devalue yourself. Recognize that you are worth more than many sparrows. As the Bible says, you are worth that. You're worth it. You're enough. Therefore, you should treat yourself as such. Treat yourself with the respect that you deserve first, before you do the same thing for other people, because then it will be genuine. And if you want people to genuinely take on what it is you're saying, you want people to be really enthusiastic and enthralled about what it is you're sharing with them and you're telling them, you need to be genuine with yourself. Be real with yourself. Be open, be honest, and the rest is history. And before you know it, change will not only be within you, but will be within the people around you. Friends, once again, I want to offer my condolences to the Bryant family on their tragic loss. To everyone who's a Lakers fan out there, including myself, my condolences go out to you. People who knew Kobe Bryant himself, my condolences go out to you if you hear this. And recognize life is precious, guys. Let's not waste our time begrudging people. Let's not hold on to resentment for other people. Let's just do what we can to be happy. Be happy for others and their accomplishments. Celebrate others' accomplishments. Even if your time hasn't come yet, it's gonna come. But celebrate the people around you, even if you don't know them. Send them a shout out and say, hey, see you doing great things. That's amazing. Keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. We have the opportunity to do that. All it takes is a couple of words, a couple of characters, maybe even just a quick phone call. Whatever we're in the position to do, let's do it. Let's not waste time. Let's not waste the moment. Let's not waste the opportunity. Let's not be distracted by mundane things in our lives. Let's not waste our time with those things that aren't going to prove to be anything beneficial to us. And let's focus more of our time and our energy on not only being upbuilding to our family members and our friends, but also for ourselves. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself something good about yourself today. Think of the positive. Change your perspective. Change your line of view. Think of things that are going to be upbuilding to you that you would like to say to other people that's going to help another person out. If it's within our power to help, don't hold back with it. Never hold it back. And once again, just to mention, the Bell Let's Talk Day, the Bootcamp for Change event is happening this Wednesday, January 29th, 2020 at the Fitness Loft. That's 2001 Boulevard des Sources in Pointe Claire in Montreal. If you're in the Montreal area, please come check it out. Send me a message. Let me know if you want to come through. From 6 to 7 p.m. is going to be a bootcamp class. All body bootcamp class for all levels. Welcome. All levels are available, are welcome to come to share in the event. And then from 7:30 to 8:30 is going to be a live podcast episode with myself, Coach K, as well as others who are going to be in attendance. We're going to be speaking on the topic of mental health and wellness, the stigma surrounding it, and other conversations that we're going to be having. That's definitely going to be upbuilding and encouraging for people who are there in the vicinity. I'm going to hope to have it live on Instagram or on Facebook Live, one of the two platforms. So look out for that. I'll put the link out so people will be able to see that itself. There'll be some visuals that'll come from it as well. From the workout and also from the discussion. So please, if you'd like to be part of that, you don't have to be a member at the gym to come through. It's a $5 event, and all the proceeds will be going to the Bell Let's Talk Day initiatives for Canada and also for Quebec. So if you can make it, please let me know. Send me an email. It's info@goodfit.ca. That's info@goodfitt.ca. You can send me a direct message through Instagram on my Instagram profile. You can send me a text message. You can send me a voice note. You can give me a call. Let me know if you'd like to be there, or like to participate, if you'd like to contribute. Again, as I mentioned, all the proceeds are going to be going to a very, very good cause, the Bell Let's Talk Day. Each and every year they have it, and every year I'm going to be having this event starting from this year because we're about to make change happen. And the more we can open up conversations the more that we can open up the floor to conversations, especially when it comes to a topic like this, the better it's going to be for everybody. Everyone's going to feel free, going to feel relaxed. No judgment is going to happen. So feel free to speak on whatever it is you want to speak on, whatever questions you might have. Send me a message, send me a DM. Even if you don't want to, if you're not going to be there, but you want to send a question to be asked because you want to hear the question presented so that other people can answer, please feel free to do that. I'm going to allow you the opportunity to do so as well. But again, my condolences go to the Bryant family. My condolences go to all families and friends out there who have lost loved ones tragically, whether it be through an accident, whether it be through illness, their own self-illness, whatever situation may have befell them. Just know that Coach K hears you. Prayers up goes out for all of you guys. And again, if you can be part of this event, this would be amazing. Once again, this episode will be live for you, available on Spotify platform, as well as on Anchor, on Breaker, on Google Podcasts, as well as on Radio Public. I'm hoping Apple is able to snag onto this real soon, but hey, I'm not waiting for the opportunity for that to happen. I'm just going to make things happen myself, as I encourage you to do the same as well. It's the Hustle Journal podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We out.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Coach K in the building. Thank you so much for watching. To get more from Good Fit, including training videos, the Daily Hustle series, and more episodes of the Hustler's Journal, visit our channel and follow us on Instagram. And before you go, remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest premium content.